The Safari of Laughter, the Nikon Comedy Wildlife Photography Awards. Have you ever seen a squirrel stuck headfirst in a tree? If not, you can see a photo of it now, because it won the 2024 Comedy Wildlife Photography Awards, CWPA. This funny moment was shot by an Italian photographer, Milko Marchetti, and named Stuck Squirrel. His funny work stood out and earned him the overall winner in the end. The CWPA was founded in 2015 by British photographers Paul Joynson-Hicks and Tom Sullum. Joynson-Hicks came up with the idea while he was reviewing his photos in East Africa. An image of a silly eagle made him realize that humor could interest people and increase conservation awareness. The CWPA is now a famous event with over 9,000 photos sent in from around the world every year. To put the idea of the awards into practice, 10% of the money they make goes to environmental charities. In this way, the CWPA aims to keep working on their mission and bringing joy to the world.
Today's warm-up quiz is: as more and more people become stressed, it's important that we raise blank about mental health. A. Furniture. B. Awareness. C. Electricity. D. Breath.
You have 15 seconds to think about it. Time's up.
Welcome to English for You. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Laura.
Today we have a kind of cute article regarding animals. You are a big animal lover too, right?
I know, right? I can't wait.
I know. I love animals, so this is a super, super cute article for me. We're going to be learning about photography, nature photography. So let's continue reading the article. It says, have you ever seen a squirrel stuck headfirst in a tree? That is a really cute image already. Now, if you don't know what a squirrel is, it's a noun. It's a small, cute little animal that lives in trees and eats nuts. They have a long, thick, furry tail, and they usually have gray, black, or red fur. Not mixed together, but a gray squirrel, a black squirrel, or a red squirrel, basically. Okay, for example, we can say my dog Doug loves to chase squirrels around in the park.
Squirrel 是什么呢？应该没有人不爱吧？它们看起来超勾追的松鼠。And it's a noun. For example, during our picnic, a squirrel suddenly appeared and grabbed a piece of bread from our basket. 那我们刚刚还看到 head first, 就是头朝前地。OK， 那这个是一个副词，这个太搞笑了吧？你们有看过头朝下然后卡在树里的松鼠吗？ Can I see a koala doing that as well?
Oh, so cute. I wonder what it's doing there. Well, here the article says, if not, you can see a photo of it now because it won the 2024 Comedy Wildlife Photography Awards, CWPA.
哦，所以如果没有的话，现在你可以看到它的照片哦。我现在马上就想要来看一下哦，因为它获得了2024年搞笑野生动物摄影奖，也就是 CWPA。哇哦，冠军耶 ！Super cute.
Yeah, super cute.
Maybe it has a big head. 才会卡住啊，怎么会这样
Maybe it has a lot of nuts in the tree. I don't know.
偷吃
Ate too many nuts. Okay, next the article says, this funny moment was shot by an Italian photographer, Milko Marchetti, and named Stuck Squirrel. Okay, good fitting title for this picture. A photographer is a noun and it's a person who takes photographs or pictures. So for example, we can say Eric wants to pursue a career as a wildlife photographer when he grows up.
Okay, 我们刚刚有提到 this funny moment was shot by an Italian photographer. 其中的 shot, OK, 我们来看一下动词 shoot, 就是拍摄照片啦，或是电影、影片都可以用哦。 那它的动词三态的变化是 shoot, shot, shot。OK， 那 Italian 这个形容词当然就是意大利的或是意大利人。OK， 那 photographer 就是这个摄影师啦，这是个名词哦。For example, at my cousin's wedding, the photographer took beautiful pictures of the couple under the sunset. 哇哦，所以回到课文是说这个有趣的瞬间，哇，是由意大利摄影师
Milko Marchetti
拍摄的。那作品它的名称就是卡住的松鼠。
Okay, so it says here his funny work stood out and earned him the overall winner in the end. Now, overall just means generally or after everything. Oh, so cute.
OK, 动词 earn 是指什么呢？就是赢得啊，博得。而 overall 这个形容词就是整体的、全部的。他的搞笑作品啊，脱颖而出，最终赢得了总冠军。And I'm not surprised. It even sounds funny just hearing it.
I know. Who thought of this idea? Well, here the article says the CWPA was founded in 2015 by British photographers Paul Joynson Hicks and Tom Solomon. Solom. Okay, I said his name wrong, but yeah, it was founded by these two British photographers.
OK, 所以注意哦，这里的 founded 不是说找到哦，是创立的意思，而 British 就是英国的。所以 CWPA 是由2015年由2位英国摄影师所创立的。
Next it says, Joynson Hicks came up with the idea while he was reviewing his photos in East Africa. When you come up with something, this phrase just means to suggest or think of an idea or plan. So, for example, George Lucas, okay, I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he came up with the idea of Star Wars because he was inspired by comic books and science.
Dun, 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 dun.
I am your father.
I love that.
好，星际大战迷应该就知道我们在说什么哦。Come up with something 就是想出或是提出。For example, she came up with a creative way to recycle old clothes into stylish bags. So smart. Is it you, Tiffany?
Oh, yes.
OK, 那我们还看到动词 review， 这里是有着审查或是检查，而 East Africa 就是指东非，也就是非洲的东部地区哦。
Okay, next, the article says an image of a silly eagle made him realize that humor could interest people and increase conservation awareness.
刚刚的句子我们是不是看到今天的文法重点呢？ Let's take a look. 今天要看到的 language in focus 就是主词接 let or make or have 加上 object and a verb. 我们来看一下使役动词，用来表示允许啦、指使或是命令。那以下呢是3个常见的使役动词哦，它的公式就是刚刚我提到的主词接上 let or make or have， 再加上 object and a verb。OK， 虽然这3个使役动词都有使某人做什么事情的意思，但是仍然有语义上的差异。我们来一个一个看。首先我们先看到 make， 它通常有带着这个命令啊、迫使这样的意思哦，也就是课文中我们有提到的 An image of a silly eagle made him realize that humor could interest people and increase conservation awareness. 那其实课文当中，我们先来翻译一下提到的 Joynson Hicks 在这个东非检视自己的照片的时候，他看到一张什么照片呢？一个非常搞笑的老鹰的照片，这让他意识到，幽默能吸引人们兴趣，并且提高对自然保育的意识哦。不过呢，有时候 make 并没有迫使的意味哦，而可以读解为主词使受词怎么样处于某种状态，或是使什么什么变成的意思。其公式为主词加 make 加受词再接受词补语，它可以是一个名词啦，或是一个形容词哦。举例来说，The beautiful sunset made everyone happy. 哇，这场美丽的日落让大家感到很开心。第二个我们要看到的是 let 哦，有表示这个让啊、使啊、允许的意思哦。For example, my parents let me stay over at my best friend's place last weekend. 哇吼，这是真的！我的父母允许我上周末在我最好的朋友家过夜，就是 Tiffany 的家哦。OK， 第三个就是 have。Have 有要求啊、交付啊，或是安排某人做某事的意思哦。For example, Emma had her assistant book a flight to Tokyo. Emma 让她的助理订了一张飞往东京的机票。那其实 get 也同样是常见的使役动词，意思有说服或是叫某人做事情，但它的后面注意哦，要接不定词 to be。 OK， 公式我们来看一下，就是主词加 get 加受词加 to be， 也就是不定词哦。来举个例子， Jason got his younger brother to help him clean the garage. Jason 说服他的弟弟帮忙整理车库。
Conservation means the protection of the natural environment and how we can save animals and save nature.
而刚刚的句子当中，我们还看到了 conservation， 大家可能觉得这个字有点难，是什么意思呢？它是个名词，就是对动物或者是水土资源的保护。
Oh, but I think we also saw something from our warm-up quiz here in this sentence, right?
Oh my
Do you see it? Do you see it?
I see it now. I see it now. 大家还记得我们一开始有问到大家的问题吗？ Right? As more and more people become stressed, it's important that we raise 什么东西 for mental health? 什么什么什么？ 就是接下来我们要教大家的单字哦。Is it awareness?
That's right. Did you guys get the correct answer?
Is it B?
That's right. It's B, awareness. What does that mean?
Okay, awareness 就是意识或者是认识，它是一个名词哦。For example, after reading that article, I have a stronger awareness of how plastic waste harms sea animals. No more 那个 straws.
Yeah, no more plastic
sea turtles
straws.
会死掉。
I know, so sad. So awareness is a noun and it means interest in and concern about a particular situation or an area of interest. So for example, you want to let people know more about something, and it's especially something that you care about. So like, for example, for me, I care a lot about plastic pollution. Or you can also raise awareness for things like cancer. Now, we can also use it in a sentence like this. The students held a bake sale to raise awareness about climate change. Yes, good job, kiddies. All right, let's continue reading. In the article, it says the CWPA is now a famous event with over 9,000 photos sent in from around the world every year. Goodness. Now, when you send something in, this phrase just means to mail something to a place. And of course, because everything is digitalized now, we can also send things in through email. So we're not so old school.
Okay, send something in 就是成交的意思啦。For example, I sent in my short story for the writing competition and fingers crossed, I hope I win. OK, 回到课文是说，如今 CWPA 已成为一项国际知名赛事哦。那每年啊，都会收到来自世界各地超过9000张的参赛作品，诶，超多的。
Yeah, amazing. Next, it says to put the idea of the awards into practice, 10% of the money they make goes to environmental charities. Now, when you put something into practice, it means if you put a belief or method into practice, you behave or act in accordance with it. So, for example, we can say Sarah's ideas to help cut down on pollution were great, but it's a little hard to put them into practice.
Put something into practice 就是将什么付诸实行或是执行什么什么。For example, she read a lot about time management and is now putting those tips into practice in her daily life. So good. Time
Yeah.
management is very important.
That's right. And when you go to somebody or go to something, it means to be given or sold to someone or something.
Go to something or somebody 就是被给予什么什么。All the money from this charity event will go to building schools in poor villages.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so the awards, that we're talking about, a lot of the money will go to environmental charities. Now, environmental is an adjective and it means connected with natural conditions in which people, animals, and plants live together. So, for example, we can say many people don't realize the environmental impact of not recycling or reusing goods. Now, the great thing about the CWPA is that the money will go to environmental charities. A charity is an organization for helping people in need. And they usually don't get any salaries or pay or anything. They do it from the goodness of their hearts.
Environmental 这个形容词就是环境保护的哦，就是自然环境的。举例来说 many people are using metal straws because they are more environmental than plastic ones. And charity, like what Tiffany said, 就是慈善机构，它是一个名词。所以回到课文是说，为了将大赛的理念付诸实行，这个该活动将10%的收入，很棒哦，捐赠给环境或是这个慈善机构，好棒哦。
I know, I love that. Here it says, in this way, the CWPA aims to keep working on their mission and bringing joy to the world. Aim here is a verb and it means to try or plan to achieve something. So, for example, as a good student, you may try to aim to get a score of 90 or higher on your tests. We can also say the company aims to be completely sustainable by 2030 or 2030 and eliminating plastic use.
Aim 是什么呢？就是打算计划，它是一个动词。但我们常常也会用 aim to do something， 打算做什么，企图做什么。For example, 如果一样哦，你是个乖孩子，又是健康的宝宝 I aim to wake up earlier so I can exercise before school.
Wow. Now, when you work on something, it's a phrase that means to spend time repairing or improving something. So, yeah, for example, a lot of things that I tell my students is one way to work on your English is to speak more and practice. Don't be shy.
Work on something 就是从事某事或是致力于某事。True story. I am working on improving my Korean conversation skills by practicing every day. Good job, 맞아. 진짜.
I can't
Good
wait.
job, good job.
I can't wait for you to take me to Korea and meet oppas. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's take a look at our next word. We see the word mission. It's a noun and it means the purpose or the most important aim of an organization. Here we can use it in a sentence like this. The university's mission is to provide education to all and support young people's dreams.
所以 mission 是什么呢？就是任务、使命，它是一个名词。OK， 所以回到课文是说，透过这种方式呢 ，CWPA 持续致力于推广保育使命，同时为世界带来欢乐。OK， 喜欢今天的节目吗？快按赞、追踪我们的 YouTube 频道和 Facebook。不要忘记开启小铃铛，叮，掌握第一手的英文学习内容。
Ooh, and you know what that means? It means the end of the article. But before we say goodbye, we have our For You chat. And the question is, what kind of animal photos do you want to take in nature? Why?
The kind of animal photos I want to take in nature are baby polar bears.
Aww.
北极熊熊，小熊熊 doing silly things.Like, say, tumbling down snowy hills or getting surprised by their own reflection in the water. Oopsie! Picture a tiny polar bear slipping on ice, having a big fall, and then standing up as if to say, yeah, I totally meant to do that. It's both adorable and hilarious at the same time. Don't you love it?
I love it. Super cute. I love to see like silly animals like goats or like alpacas doing very silly things. And alpacas always make really funny faces in their little teeth. Oh my gosh.
They kind of like stink?
A little bit. I think a lot of animals, wild
and they
animals,
spit a lot.
Smell. Funny story.
Gotta watch out.
While I was taking a picture with an alpaca, it looked at my hair and it probably thought it was food. So in the picture, it was staring at me very intently like it was in love.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, the next second, it started to eat my hair. So I have a very funny picture of... I washed my hair immediately. Oh my gosh. I was so scared. That is so cute. That's my silly picture of an animal. All right. We do have... that's the end of today's article, but we do have day 2.
Day 2, right?
Yeah, so don't forget to stay tuned. But that's all we have for today. We'll see you. Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Squirrel. Ryan went to the park and saw many squirrels climbing trees and eating nuts. Photographer. Ross and Lisa hired a photographer to take pictures at their wedding. Awareness. The goal of this project is to increase awareness about healthy food and daily exercise. Environmental. The news talked about an environmental project to keep rivers clean and safe for animals. Aim. I aim to finish all of this work in 3 hours. Do you think I can do it? Mission. Helping lost dogs and cats find new homes is the main mission of this animal group.
智慧小补帖。
Head first. Overall. Conservation. Charity.